Hi, Warriors. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Mike. How are you? Can't hear you. You're muted. Still muted. Now you're okay.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay, Mike.
Believe
So,
going to New Year is going to be technical. Trust us. I mean, yeah, that's the greatest of our problems. Technical.
okay. So, first of all, I want to start off and, acknowledge your nice short sell in Cameco, counter trend. You were there at the top. You still holding shorts?
I do have a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. All right. Nice call. So, the question is, does the market just have a hangover and there's some profit taking? Um, Interested in what you're seeing. It's the market's trying to fight its way back. I've been talking about Apple for a week or so from the highs, and pretty nice gap down. I wouldn't buy it here looking for a gap fill.
No.
I would say that, and compared to everything else, and I know Nasdaq. First of all, Nasdaq's weaker than the S&P's, down 1.6. S&P's down
Stairs up,
0.66.
elevator down. Happy New Year.
And Apple is twice as weak as the Nasdaq.
Yeah.
So,
That's why you
um,
shorted it. Relative
yeah,
strength, weakness.
yeah,
Cover.
I showed all the divergences, just to refresh a lesson. I started with the weekly, and at this new high, we had a huge glaring non-confirmation, and then on the daily, we had the same thing. We're making new highs from here to here, and at the high, we made a lower RSI peak, and then the lowest time frame that was adding confluence to it was the 4 hour, and the 4 hour was diverging at the high compared to what it was doing earlier in the month. So I'm looking for about 182 here for it to make a stand. 180, 182. um I don't think it's a long-term buy there. I think we'll work underneath it. I actually think that Nasdaq can get to under 15,000, and I think in a month. The 200-day is kind of what I'm looking for in Nasdaq to happen, maybe during the first half or by the end of January, early February.
That's fine. No, listen.
Yeah,
Last time that Apple had this similar price action,
yeah.
you said it was going to go to an area where even I thought it was a little bit outside the box, and it
You
actually.
know, and the second part of the equation was, I alerted our viewers about potential low in the dollar, had them covered their euro longs over 111. It's 109 and a half now. And what I said in our broadcast Thursday is that I expected the dollar to rally, the opposite of what was happening before. Dollar rally, yields to pop, and they are popping a bit today. Here's your, where's the 10-year? Oh, okay, 10-year. Here you go. Not a ton, and kind of fading from it, but a little bit. Anyway, I'll update targets and tactics and currencies tomorrow. And actually, the gold shares are holding up pretty good. Um, you see this as rotation again, Mike? I mean, all the Mag
It is.
7
It's
under
it's
pressure.
it's clear rotation, and you can make money on both sides and in a nice way. When I share my screen in a second, when you're done, it's
I am.
that's why I wouldn't think about buying like AMD or Apple right now because there's other things to buy right now. It's not oh you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's not. I'll show you when you want to share
yeah.
screen. That would be fine.
Go ahead, take it over. I've thrown my 2 cents in.
Okay. Share screen. Here's my main screen today. Okay.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let me get this off here. Okay. You have Meta down 12.
yeah,
NVIDIA. There's the
yeah,
daily. There's your app. Although NVIDIA now is in short-term trouble, just
yeah,
like you've been saying. Now these are starting to curl down the moving averages and
yeah.
breaking even key algorithmic moving average like the short-term 10-day blah blah blah. So
It wants at 400 on the moving average, and I actually think it may take it out.
Well, you know what, Coach, up here, maybe people will argue, but not here. That's why sellers live lower and buyers have been higher. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Buyers have been buying higher and sellers have been selling lower.
You see at the last high that it made up there, I think 510 to your left, one more to your left. There. Okay. That was a higher price high than what happened in August, and we did have a divergence, never got over 70.
And the
So I
divergence
mean,
is
you know what this looks like if you didn't know what, take the label off NVIDIA,
I like
because
to do that.
it's
Mhm.
hard to be bearish on new technology and them have you know, a very the rare part to make it work, their chips. And there are other competitors now, but so it's hard to like be bearish on NVIDIA. Plus, if you've tried to short it the last year or so, you're bankrupt.
Coach, I
So
always thought it's better to short. At least I was told, and it might be an antiquated theory. I'd rather short Nvidia down 30 than down.
yeah, because you have confirmation.
Yeah,
But you know, when you think about it from the say the June high, July high, all this sideways action, you know what it was? It
this,
wasn't it was distribution.
yeah, that's what I said. Right, distribution.
Yeah. Yeah. So
All right, here
you
we
know
go.
what
Another one.
happens after distribution.
AMD. You think you're in a Christmas Eve. You're
Yeah.
telling your wife you're going away when it's breaking a year high, 151.
Yeah.
Now you're sitting at 139, going lower.
Still a better looking chart than Nvidia.
Netflix, the same thing. It's same thing. What
Yeah.
else? But coach, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh no,
What?
oils are acting. Oh, my charts disappeared. Oh, that's a
Well,
kid.
you know, Mike, I heard some news. A buddy of mine texted me last night. Did Iran move battleships into the Red Sea?
Yes, that's why Zim is up shipping is Zimmer.
Okay.
Coach,
Wow.
you're
I
the.
let go. I was watching the national championship games.
Oh,
I
by the
didn't.
way, I love what's the line on the game? By the way,
I don't know.
I
But
love.
they
I'm,
were both.
I'm shorting Michigan. I am shorting
Uh,
Michigan in an aggressive manner. Naked call shorts.
okay, I am going to take the other side of that, being from
Okay.
the Midwest.
Well, I'm not listening. I'm not. I don't
All
care.
right, all right,
It's just catch you on. They're
all
not
right.
going to win.
Anyway, you know what?
Look off there. They're taking coach. You know what they're taking? Campbell soup up. They're
They
taking up
are.
General
Oh,
Mills.
okay. Defensive,
They're
defensive.
taking up. Look, Philip Morris went. Hold on. It might not be.
I
It's
know.
how it went up. They're just a cute. That's by the way. Philip Morris doesn't go like that
Yeah.
very often. So they're
Yeah.
taking up. Now I'm looking at what is it? Where's my main screen here?
That's pretty defensive, man. All that stuff is a hiding place.
Shopify stairs up, elevator down. Now it's broken. No
Yeah.
one's looking to buy
Yeah.
it. It is what it is, coach. It's the first day of the year. You're not going to make your year at the first day. You probably could lose it if you want, if you keep, doing egregious things and getting out of your uh, new laws, if you will. But listen, it's a long year. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. I'm here to take money out of the market every day, whether it be long or
I
leave.
eventually think this is a great opportunity and a break to buy.
No,
In things that are holding up better than, you know, like I'm still, even when the Mag 7 bottom, I don't think they're going to lead the way. Other stuff will. So, but I think this is going to be a buying opportunity in the market. I don't think the S&Ps are going to, you know, just fall apart from a double top. That would be, you know, they never made
coach,
new
there's so much.
highs.
I said it on TradeGATEHub, and please, everybody, go through it. The routine this morning. There's a little shot of our new site,
Wow.
proud and sure. Punch through it, and coach,
Where's our picture?
I got into. Listen, I got into it. It'll be up there, but coach, the picture will probably be so bad. Believe me, I said something. What's the line in
All
the
right.
game?
Anyway. All right. So, what are you doing today? Did you come in short some stuff?
Yeah, I covered short. The line is -5. Michigan is favored by 4.5.
Okay, well, you did it even, man.
I didn't do it even. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you did. You were going to give me all kinds of odds. You were so
First
confident.
of all, there was no There was no.
All right, look, I got 1,000 witnesses that are
There was
watching
no
this right now.
monetary denomination, so it was a canceled trade. It's in the error account.
It is not you know, what's that when you don't buy it?
A renege.
Yeah, it's
Oh
not, you're
God.
reneging on. Anyway, so you
Yeah,
know, where's the relative strength today? You showed
it says
Campbell's.
it right here. Exxon high, General Mills and Procter and Gamble on the highs,
Yeah,
Oracle
all
on the
defensive.
lows, Uber on the lows. They're rotating.
Yeah.
Financials on the highs and Labu's on
Yeah, they're
Christmas.
holding up great, the
So that's
financials.
it. Dollars on the highs. You get the picture. I mean, if I
Yeah. Any sweeps of note?
no, not really, coach, not yet. But believe me, this is
Well, I'm thinking that this, if I'm right about, maybe most people don't think so. They'll call this healthy, and I think it is too, but it could be, 7-10%.
A&F's the strongest stock on the board.
Uh,
It's incredible.
I
This
I
stock was
wonder.
86.
I'm hoping this takes the miners down with it. We have a little bit of a flush. Our gold and silver came in higher, and they were stiff all day, and finally some of this pressure took the gold lower, and Newmont's lower now too.
Well, this is Newmont's going to be one of my top positions in a building for this year.
Yeah. Okay.
Relative, it's subject to change. Along with which one, coach? You got that right. Minnesota Mining's still going higher,
That
acting
looks
very
good.
well in the right time. And I'm long in
Right.
a lot of it in the fund. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
CRISPR. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what I saw.
Oh, that looks okay.
I'll tell you what I saw.
They've healed a lot of people. I heard a guy talking about how his daughter was cured by something CRISPR did with
Coach, this
genetic
thing
editing.
got to 36. I had to put my ego aside. I didn't know what
Yeah.
was going on here.
Yeah.
Nutella can't catch up, but today it is.
Everything was under pressure then.
I had a point. What was my point? It's okay.
Why
A&F.
is coin down another 10 with
You know why? Because I don't. I just think that's
this
Riot and Merit. They're up because of Bitcoin is just because. I
right.
just think
It's the
it's
launching
rotation.
of the ETF. People are buying Bitcoin at these levels. It
Bloomberg
looks
gave them
like
all back.
a wave five to me if you put Bitcoin up. Um, you know, uh,
I
but
don't know. I
that's
can't have it.
coin.
I can't have
So,
a handle on it. I don't have a
all
handle.
right,
Uh,
maybe coin is saying something about Bitcoin because I think Bitcoin was still up a grand. So, that's interesting
I had a nice
because
trade this morning. It was a
yeah,
contra trade. I couldn't hold on. I had a lot of it. Look at this thing, Hut. Shorting at 14, 14, 14.
what's
8.
that? Pizza Hut?
No, it's a minor.
Oh, okay.
I should have shorted coin, the best of breed. But listen, the rotation is evident. General Motors is up.
How's
Wind,
SSR whatever doing today?
SSRM. It's a no play.
Unchanged. Nothing. What's that? A
I
one
mean,
minute
it's going to
chart?
do. It's going to be. You know what that's going to
It's going
be?
to do what I said it was going to do. It's
It's
going to make
exactly
new
the
lows.
lows. It's going to have some sort of binary news. It's going to flush
Yeah,
everybody out. Probably like the antithesis of here,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then a little. We'll have a
I
nice day.
think big round number, $10. Maybe I'll buy some there.
Snow. Everybody insiders selling it. Gave it all
Melting, melting.
201 to 190, just like that. How about Twilo? Down 4. It looks beautiful. How did I not come in Twilo? 77 to 71 in probably 8 hours of trading. How you do? Ooh, CCCC. Mike
See,
V.
also,
Long line this
we
thing.
we talked about the calendar, right?
Alexis, how you doing?
So everyone wanted the market to hold together so they wouldn't have to take their capital gains before the end of the year. So I'm sure a lot of this is people booking their, what they wanted to book, and now they, can defer it for a year. I think that's part of this too, don't you? I
No,
mean, what would you attribute the risk off to today?
a lot of things. I would say more so positioning, giddiness.
Yeah.
Uh,
Downgrades on Apple, like from a buy to a neutral.
no,
Does that mean anything?
no. Honestly, the big news why the chips are down today. Fact is this ASML. They had bad. China canceled a lot of their chip. China had canceled a lot of their chip orders. And by the way, that is the reason why AMD just doesn't go from first to worst, just like that. Obviously, with a little bit of there was news involved. So there is chip news. There
Why
is.
is China canceling?
I didn't I didn't get into it yet, Coach. You know
Okay,
what I
because
mean?
I want to
At the
bring it
bottom.
up since you did bring up China.
Oh, I can look. I mean,
January 13th is the Taiwanese presidential election, and there's a couple of parties that are more pro-China, and there's one party, I think it's the incumbents, that are an independent Taiwan. And I read G made a comment that this election is about peace or war, depending upon who the people elect. So there's going to be some tension in the markets around that election. Write it down, January 13th. Watch Taiwan. And Taiwan Semiconductor.
This guy's not bad. Taiwan Semiconductor.
Wow. What's this?
What's that? What?
50 cents to 75.
MDIA. We're active traders. Look, coach, I'm looking to take money out of the market right here. I'm watching these things as I'm watching.
How did you even know about this stock? What is it, a bulletin board?
No, coach, it's not a. What do you think, coach? I'm 51 years old. I'm not fast anymore. I have certain specific queries. By the way, if I
Oh,
want,
I thought it was 75 cents.
it was 75 cents.
Oh,
Coach, I have a query that tells me right now.
that one.
If it's raining in San Diego and the Mets are down by a run,
Yeah,
and my left
you
ear
get an alert.
and my left ear itches, I'll get an alert. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's it. Because there's humanly impossible to know about this stock today. If you know, it wasn't even in your universe, was it?
No, it's not this. It shouldn't be. If this is in my universe at $44, 44-cent close, then every left. No, it's not.
All right.
I'm looking at staring for this uptick, bidding for 40. I can't do that. But here's a couple of things in a nutshell right here. Apple, Barclays downgrade on UBS negative checks. ASML cancel shipments from China. You downgraded to sell from Citi. I actually bought it. You know, there are plenty of things to do today, and I'm going to get back to sweepers. Where are the sweepers? There's, by the way, -4. I don't forget that, coach. We'll talk after camera.
Even.
I'm not that. What do you?
Yeah, I could have gotten 4 from you before you saw the line.
I'll give you 4. You want to whine about the half? I'd love to win by 4 then. If you want to
Well,
whine,
you're not giving it to me.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it 4.
All right.
What
I'm
was
taking
-4?
All right.
You want to ask for a pullback? This is where we came in today. You don't have to be read the business pages to look at this. You don't. All you have to do is know this is the S&P. You don't even have to look at chart. No business. When this is up here, this pulls back. That's NAM exposure. What's going off today? I said there were Bank of America calls, and there were. Financials are hanging in there. We'll just leave this with what's going on with our guys. Citi, they're going. Citi, they're going. Whole page is Citi and Johnson & Johnson, defensive. CELH, beverages. Test GM, bearish. That's a guy probably hedging. I don't put much credence into that. Tesla's active. Mo, how many times, coach, you look at this feed with me. How many times did you see Philip Morris going in there? Come on. And I already brought up Philip Morris. Pfizer, Philip Morris, Pfizer, General Mills, Procter & Gamble, taking profits in Microsoft, which is down a touchdown. Things like that. This is a day as well. It's a new year, but it doesn't matter if it's June. It's about the close as well. Anything with closes with volume and breaking under a moving average, especially the shorter terms, you have a shorter term edge. Obviously,
what about the January effect? This isn't
you just saw it. You just saw it. MDIA. It went from 50 to 75 cents. That was it.
All right.
You know what I mean? I'll trade some January effect stocks. I'm in one right here. CCCC. Here's a January effect stock. I'm on still 15,000 of nicely. How does this not go? If I was short this thing in panic.
You ever read any research where people really pay attention to, I don't know, the first 5 or 10 days of January, and then they, like, one day will represent a month or some section of time?
Coach, without exaggerating, that's one of the most astute things you've ever said. Because I only subscribe to one website. And I'm not going to say it. Okay, here it is right here.
And he does that, right? Yeah, so goes January.
Hold on.
He'll block them into
opening, and this was at 9:38. First 5 days of the year until the entire year.
Okay.
And then I was doing my research among my peers who are in this room as well, and our room. Don't get me wrong, ours is free, and this is a little bit of a more intense. Is that usually the market turns after the first 5 days established, regardless of around the third week in January. So I'm looking like a January. If I'm going by a calendar, and by the way, I'm not going to lie here, seasonalities worked. I'm going by the January 20th of something. It happened last year too. January 20th. Where are we?
Okay. That
January,
makes sense. A
January, right around here.
2, 3 week correction.
And
Yeah.
you know what? The first 5 days, I'm getting back to something that you asked, and I got my eye on it. And the first 5 days of the year do really typify that. And I threw not just one high level opinion. I also put other things on TradeGATEHub. Please sign in this morning, do your own diligence. But yeah, that it does. I'll look at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
looking from what I'm seeing. Like today, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little bit of dip buying because the market's only 2 days. A 2 day down move is a decent time to me either take pardon me, off your shorts or just take a scalp. But I would say that a larger hand is going to be showed by history and by my peers who don't drive me, but keep an eye open that,
Right.
maybe to the second or third week of the month. And by the way, you're even aware of it. So that keeps maybe two eyes open. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. I will be prepared and I'll have a plan. That's all.
Yeah. Keep an open mind.
I always keep an open.
It'll keep your account open. And you know what? You grow when you look at other people's work. It broadens your consciousness of the markets, and where you could look for market tells and come up with uh, pretty good biases, because it's not based on, it's a gut feeling. There's all this stuff pointing towards the same outcome from different disciplines. To me, that's confluence. It gives me more conviction on which side of the market I want to be on.
You know what? The best part of that, coach, is the more experienced you get, God willing, everybody here would get to that level, at least where you and I are at, or somewhat close. It doesn't have to be that dead.
Yeah,
A lot of people say shut out the noise. I mean, I have a curated
you're right.
feed where I
Yeah,
accept it
yeah.
because I'm so confident in what I believe in with the numbers that I can afford to look at another opinion and not get swayed. In other words, like have a trade. If I wasn't in it now, really, what would I do? And that's the same way. And hopefully we're working in that direction. I'm not telling you putting anybody in the trade. I'm just telling you what it takes to put on a good trade, and we are. So I like opinions. I have your opinion. I actually have the other one I've been talking about. But when you're in the infancy stage and you're trying to make yourself and build your own thing, you have to build your own style predicated upon what me or you or somebody else might say. So that's the difference, and that really can kind of get you the hurdle. And the ultimate situation is where trading doesn't really get to be that hard. I'm not saying that in an egregious manner. I get the trading gods are greater than us all, but I wanted to get to the point for everybody where you're at fault. Trading is not that hard. To the point where only you make it hard, and you know what I mean, Coach?
Yeah, it's in your head.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I want to
I'm going to give
mention
a
that.
thousand trades, but
Yeah,
those things are really more important.
the Russell actually was a tell for today on Friday. The Russell put in a pretty good reversal day. Bonds started coming off their highs. The TLT has had a run from 82 to
It's incredible.
100. Okay, so I mean, for a pullback to 92, that's would just be normal. So maybe the market is priced in at this point too many cuts, and just to you know re relive that and think about it, that they'll revise their view, and that looks like a buy.
Well, it's a crude
That
oil
doesn't.
just coming across my tape. Everybody's
Yeah.
flashing my alerts.
Anyway, so you know, if you're a bull,
It
get your
doesn't
shopping
matter.
list. Get your
Jim,
shopping list
yeah,
together
Jim Cramer says always something to do. I don't know. You want a list? I can give you a list of 50 longs. I can give you a list of 50 shorts, probably in any given
right
day.
now. Yeah.
Any given. So it's always something to do. We're here to at least show you, answer all questions on an intelligent level. NAM exposure, it's self-explanatory. I'm not going to do much. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not
Okay,
going to do
and
much.
guys, write down Mike's January 20th date,
Yeah, yeah.
and also
Please do.
write down the NCAA national championship bet. that Mike and I met. He's
Wisconsin -4.
yeah. No, Wisconsin's not in it. It's
We want
Michigan.
that. How you want to play a one-way?
Michigan.
Michigan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll give you Wisconsin. I'll give you 100 points.
No, no, just saying.
They're not in.
How about a one-way plane ticket to our respective places? That's not bad.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we'll talk
Okay.
about that.
All right.
Open
Yeah.
ticket.
All
Open
right.
ticket.
Anyway, good hunting, Mike. I'll be back with you Thursday.
You too, Coach.
Keep
Cheers.
that. You know what Zach Prescott says
Dak,
during his cadence? Yeah, Dak. He goes,
gonna have to do
here,
something more to beat the
here we
49ers.
go. During his cadence, here we go. And then it gets this whole line into, their timing. It's his cadence. So, you know what, Mike? Let's have a great year.
Oh yeah,
And here we go.
we got it, guys.
All right, buddy. I'll see you.
Dogs of the Dow going. All right, all
All
right,
right, the dogs. Okay, got it.
all right. It's finally paying off to be old again when they're taking a Procter and General Mills. So
Yeah.
take advantage.
Yeah, people don't even know those companies exist.
Well,
The millennials.
that is
Yeah.
incredible. That's okay.
All right, buddy.
I'm going to trade them. Cheers, everyone. Thanks, Alexis, and thanks to the team behind the cameras. I'm here all the time. Questions you have to ask. If you don't get your own ask, and I'll be in the room. So cheers. Trade well.
See everyone in the room. Adios.
See you, Coach.
Thanks, Mike.
I'm going to hedge my bet. I'm going to go hedge. I'm going to go hedge to try to hedge a 3 -3.
All right.